Hey, welcome to Chris Reviews Stuff. Today we are going to be going back to Japan. We're going to review the Capcom bar that's located in Tokyo or Shinjuku. This was a themed bar with food and drinks in the Capcom universe. If you're in the video games, if you've played any video games, you probably know Capcom. From Mega Man to Ace Attorney, Resident Evil, or if you're in Japan, Biohazard. All the Street Fighter games, a lot of characters in the video game universe, the video game world. You're probably familiar with it. We were here. It was kind of a need to go place for us. My buddy and I who went, we are big video game people, and this is something we did want to see. We were in Shinjuku that day. We kind of planned to be, and we were like, we're going to go here at night. We're going to get a couple drinks, maybe some food, check it out. Now, it was a very, very interesting, very cool place. It is not a huge bar. It sits about maybe 30 people. This is like the front of the bar, the front of like the entrance of it. It looks like it was, I think, in a hotel or another like big building. It's called the what is it called? The Shinjuku Paseli or Pasali, Pasela building. I think that's what it is. It was on the first floor, so the ground level. You walk in, there's like this little bakery to the right of this picture. You can see like they make bread. We didn't indulge in that. It was really expensive. I think it was like 15 or 20 US dollars for, a piece of bread or a loaf of bread. I just wasn't feeling it. So this was the Capcom bar straight ahead. Now downstairs is at like the basement level. There was something else at the time going on for Monster Hunter. We went down. We didn't really see anything, so we came back upstairs. That's where the bathrooms are. The bathrooms are not inside the bar. The bathrooms are on the ground, on the basement level. So you have to go down these stairs that are to the left here, to the left of that cat. You'll come downstairs, and the bathrooms are straight ahead. Pretty close. You do have to go downstairs, though, to get there. I don't know if there is a wheelchair access or elevator. I didn't see many, so I didn't see many elevators in many of the stores, like smaller places, but I'm almost positive there is, but I can't really say there was. So this is the entrance. It's kind of not a lot. We walked in, we were like, oh, this doesn't really look that great, but well, it was pretty good. So this is like the first. This is the one of the pages in the menu. Now this is just like I said, one page. There was maybe 10 or 12 pages inside of it. There's a bunch of drinks. They're themed for each different game. There's also food themed for each different game. The drinks are alcoholic. There are a few non-alcoholic drinks. Now, before I really get into it, we did go at night. There was no wait to get in, and there are no children allowed. I believe it's, I don't know the age. I wish I did. I think it was 15 or 16, and maybe even older because it's like a bar at night. But during the day, you do have to make reservations. I think you go and get a ticket, and then you come back when you're on the time for your ticket. You're allowed to eat for 2 hours. Once your reservation is set, you have 2 hours. Once you sit down to eat, drink, enjoy, have fun, and then leave. Now, at night, we walked in. There was maybe 4 or 5 other tables there. It wasn't really loud. It did feel like a bar. It was fun. It felt like a bar full of video game people. If you have any idea, like a PAX or anything, you have an idea what I'm saying. But it wasn't a bar as in like a sports bar. It wasn't really loud and crazy. It also was not an arcade, where you have loud machines going around and making all this noise. This is just a video game themed bar where you can go and hang out with your friends and have a good time. This is not a crazy place. We try to make it crazy, but it just isn't. So as you can see, the drinks are pretty cheap, or cheaper than I thought they would be for a themed restaurant, especially a Capcom themed restaurant. For $6, $7, you're getting a drink or the food. The food is really on the small side. I don't have any pictures of the food, but you can see pictures in the menu here. We my buddy ordered the Scissor Man, which is on the left, the middle left of the menu. That was really just like a personal pan of like scalloped potatoes almost. It's small. It's a little appetizer for $7 for that. Maybe it was a little expensive, but you're gonna pay $7 for an appetizer anywhere else anyway. In the States. So I don't know. I don't think it was that too expensive. The drinks $7. is a steal on most of these drinks. They did have alcohol in them. You can taste it. You're not going to get wasted on one drink unless you're really not a drinker, but you could taste the alcohol, but it still tasted very good. It was the delicious. A lot of the drinks were delicious, but they are drinks that I would expect to pay $10 plus, maybe $15 and more in the States with this themed restaurant, you know, like the Blue Mega Man Buster drink. Now here is a drink that is on that page. I believe I don't know which one this was, but it had a little like energy drink light up ice cube in it at the drop to the bottom. And when the waitress came over, she was very cute, very nice, really 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 sweet to us. She come over and she's like, "Rockbuster," you know, like says a little saying from the game and puts it down. Big smile, and then, you know, "Are you okay? Everything good? Thank you." You know, spoke very good English. We understood her. She understood us. Of course, she speaks Japanese as well, but her English was very good. And another waitress that we were hearing speaking to another group of Americans, or who I believe were Americans, she also spoke very well, very clear, great English. So don't have to worry about having an English problem, at least with the two people that we interacted with. This is the page of the Resident Evil menu. This again has more drinks and food. This we partook a little bit more of because the drinks here are crazy. The food we didn't get because the food was as Americans. Maybe I don't know. It sounded really gross. The thing that's in the middle of the display, the middle of the menu, one is $36. It's got chickens, feet, some weird hot dogs. Really strange things that we were not interested in at all. Bottom left was like a mojito with some like shot glasses. And then the two that we actually did are to the left, middle, and just above that. It's a, well, actually, let's go to it. So here we have the eyeball drink. It's like the, I don't know what they called it, but it was like an ice cube. It had a little bit of flavor, the ice cube. I did bite into it at the end. Not like a fruity flavor. It's an ice cube that's kind of shaped like an eyeball, and it is really nice looking. It's not just a square ice cube that I'm used to at home, you know, with something in it. It's shaped. It's got maybe a mold in the back, a ceramic mold, or not ceramic, but a silicone mold in the back they pour water in, and it freezes great. It looked really cool. It also comes with this syringe that you put in that drink and squeeze in there, so you know you get that blood, the ooze. Really, really cool. And then here is like a blue brain freeze thing. Another one, it's a frozen ice cube in the shape of a brain, a blue brain. It tasted like a blue raspberry, the brain, with some liquor. I forget what was in it. And more of that, another syringe with the blue liquid you put in there and you kind of squeeze and it kind of just moved around a little bit. Really good, sweet, but not super sweet. A good alcohol taste, but also very, you know, like a great drink. And for just a couple bucks, I mean, what was this drink? This blue drink was $7. The other one was just under $7. So not bad price. And when we got there, there was like a special. It was the Okami bar and drinks. So we ordered a couple of these drinks here, and for every order you got a pin. So I ordered 2 drinks here. I got the one up top with it had stuff in it, and then I ordered one on the bottom, kind of. Well, here's a picture of the pins you get. So when you ordered something, the waitress would come over, just kind of reach in a pouch and pull out a pin, and that's the one you got. So thank goodness I got 2 different ones. I don't think she would have had a problem with me switching them if I got doubles, but they look really nice. I'm looking at them, I'm holding them right now. You might be able to hear them. They're pretty well made. I mean, they're not like I made them in my basement or anything. They have a little thing on it that says Capcom bars. So they're kind of like a little you know, token to bring home. Now here is the drink. This is the Okami like cloud drink or whatever. It's actually like a milky drink. This is non-alcoholic with a cloud made of cotton candy. This is what my wife ordered because she was pregnant. So she couldn't really drink. She had a good time, but you know, it wasn't as good. But she got a non-alcoholic drink, so yeah. This was really sweet. It was like a drink, almost like a dessert drink. It was milky. It was good. And that's the pin that we got with that one. And then here is just a bunch of the drinks that we ordered for the night. Um, I don't know. I forget what he got. That brown chocolate one. I don't think that was alcoholic either, and it has some Pocky sticks inside of it. This was like our first round of drinks. We did order maybe 2 drinks each, and except for my wife, she only got one because she can't drink. But we had a good time, and everything was really well themed. The drinks looked good. They tasted good. For the price, it was really good. And holy Toledo, I recommend this to everyone. All right, so you're not allowed to film once you're in there. She comes by and she says, hey, please don't film. You can take as many pictures as you want. Please no film. So I took some pictures of what's going on. You can kind of see my buddy's head on the right there a little bit. So they have there's a little shop behind us. It's maybe the size of a cardboard box. You know, you just kind of, some things hanging on the wall that you kind of pull off and you can purchase by your waitress or at the bar. So to the left is a bar. They've got some cool Street Fighter stuff. All over this bar, there's stuff. Just all over. And you can look at it, touch it. Not everything is for sale, but it's cool. Like, it's all Capcom little stuff, Monster Hunter stuff. You can see to my right, there's a little glass case. Straight ahead is where we wanted to sit, but that's where everyone was really sitting. Straight ahead, there's 3 TVs, and they're hooked up to consoles. So when you're drinking, eating, you can pick up a PS4 controller or a PS4 controller. I don't think they had Xbox, I don't remember. And play some Capcom games. So you can play some Street Fighter. I think one of the guys was playing Monster Hunter on the side. I don't remember. It was a few months ago. But it was pretty neat. You know, like, you can walk up. Another guy walked up and was like, hey, can I play with you? And they played Street Fighter for a couple rounds. And he went back to his table. Very cool. Everyone had smiles. Everyone was really interested to hang out. There were just a few Japanese people there. Just at the bar, there was 2 girls who spoke Japanese, so I'm assuming they're from there. Everyone else in this bar was not Japanese. They were tourists, or at least they spoke English. I mean, you can speak English and be there, but they did not speak Japanese to each other. Everyone else was speaking English and having a good time. I would say this is more of a tourist place, but I could also see locals going there as well because the prices aren't crazy, and it's a fun place. I would hang out here if it was local. It wouldn't just be like a tourist trap to me. So here's another shot of like another thing that was right next to us. This was just some stuff that you could buy. This is the pistols from Resident Evil, some mock weapons. I almost talked my buddy Corey into buying one of these, but his wife said absolutely not. The Wesker gun comes with a cool case, a laser, silencer. They don't actually shoot anything. It's just a replica. That's it. Comes in a cool case. These I think were like $200, $250 US dollars. So a little expensive, but man, that would have been so cool to bring home. But the Capcom bar totally was a lot of fun, and I would recommend going if you were in the area just to hang out. If you're not into video games or a Capcom person, you don't have to be into video games to go here. I do think it would help with the atmosphere, but it doesn't necessarily have to be necessary to go there. Great time. The drinks were good, very well priced. The food was good as well, and the price was really good compared to other themed restaurants that we went to. This is maybe half the price of it. However, the portions were, about half the size as well. But I believe this was probably the best themed restaurant that we entered, as in the ambiance, the atmosphere, the things around us really fit with the theme, with the restaurant, and everything really was from the game. Like those drinks that we got from Resident Evil, it's kind of like a zombie, gory game. Those drinks and the food reminded me of that game. Whereas we went to a Gundam cafe and it was just some food in the shape of a Gundam, or a Gundam helmet. It fit, but it really wasn't as much as I was hoping it would be. The Capcom bar was much better with their presentation on their drinks, their food, and everything else. And the interactions, like I said earlier, where the waitress would come up and say, she yelled something from one of the games or whatever, and it was cool. She had a big smile. She was probably one of the coolest waitresses that we ran into. And that's rough because everyone was really cool when we were in Japan, and very nice and very social, and always with a smile. So Would I go to the Capcom bar again or recommend it to anyone? Yes, absolutely. Very good place to go. We did go at night. Remember, you do have to make reservations if you want to go for lunch, but go at night. It's going to be, I thought it would be cooler at night. During the day, it's kind of like you're kind of eating and rushing out. Whereas at night, we could have hung out there for a few more hours and just got a couple drinks. And at the prices, $6, $7 for a drink, for a cool drink, a tasty drink, that's pretty good. Pretty not too bad for me. But anyway, Capcom Bar in Shinjuku or Tokyo, very cool place to go. Check it out.